Good afternoon. Ooh, it's warm, but it's not terribly hot. I might get all my dogs done today, but I am, of course, running behind. Took care of Maeve, and the old lady with the pugs had to tell me a story. And it's funny because I've heard it before, but she was saying how she was talking to her friend Mavis, and Mavis, the same age, they grew up together, and she was talking about World War II and their experiences of living through the Blitz. I should have recorded it because it just like midway through, because I'm running late, I need to go. And I recognize, okay, you're an elderly woman, you're pretty much just shut in. I'm the only person outside of your daughter who comes here, and I recognize that. Yes, some days I can get out of there in the proper amount of time. Other times it's like, oh, I'm just stuck here. But it was sort of interesting. I'm going, wait a second. Hear her out. She was an eyewitness to history, and the whole conversation between her and her friend Mavis was when the Germans first started to bomb Liverpool, and she goes, I remember that because the bomb fell between such and such street and so street, and it was her and yeah, it was her birthday, and she's like, the bombs fell on Liverpool on November 28th, 1942, or something like that. Like I said, I should have recorded it, but I wasn't gonna. But she said it was her birthday, and Uncle so-and-so and Aunt whoever, they came to visit, and they were all covered in soot. But it was a funny argument between her and her friend, and her friend's like, no, I remember it. And she goes, you don't remember it well. I have a book. And yeah, but this is just something that in a short amount of time, this information that was firsthand information, like I said, she was an eyewitness to it. And she also had, because their house was along the railroad viaduct that came into Liverpool, and the Germans, that was a target and would bomb it. And she said that she always would have nightmares of laying in her cot, which I guess is her crib, and the German soldiers would come over the railroad viaduct and in through the garden with a wheelbarrow to kidnap her. And she said, she goes, I know that was bloody stupid, but I was a little girl. One day she'll be gone, and that day is sooner than later. So, That's why, as pressed for time as I am, I know little Zoe's waiting for me for the second visit, even though the owner's a little kind of goofy. The dog does not need to go out every 2 hours, and I just am so rushed for time. But I gave the elderly woman, I gave her a little bit more time, a little bit more of my time for her to tell me her story that she's told me multiple times before. But there you go. That's my eyewitness to history, I suppose. Kind of neat. Not many people left in this world today in 2025 who can tell you their first-hand experiences of World War II. There were a lot of them when I was a kid, but there you go. So on that, I don't know, retrospective, reverent note, I want to tell you guys that I appreciate you watching. Hey, Dad, just like your old co-worker Gallagher talking about the bombing of Nagasaki. He was there. He was on Boxcar. There's another person who was a true eyewitness to history. Oh, but where was I? Hey, Dad, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Oh, I shouldn't be reminiscing while I'm driving, especially in this stupid traffic.